The following is a class on Bhagavad Gita, as it is, 5th chapter, text number 1 or 2, given by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on 22nd January 1969 in Los Angeles.
Arjuna said, "O Krishna, first of all you ask me to renounce one, and then again you recommend work with devotion. Now will you kindly tell me definitely which of the two is more beneficial?" Renouncement does not mean voidness. Renouncement is only the negative side. When our spiritual master was physically present, we asked him whether renounced order sannyas is nice or householder life is nice. So Guru Maharaj replied, "We are going to enter into the household of Krishna. What we have got to do with renouncement?" Actually that is the position. When I speak that don't do this means don't do this nonsense. Don't do this does not mean you give up nice activities. Nobody says, don't do this. Don't do this means don't do rascaldom. Similarly, renouncement means to renounce these material activities. That's like Shankaracharya's philosophy, to merge into the existence of Brahma. His first condition is you must accept sannyas. Shankaracharya's philosophy is Brahma Satta Jagan Mithya. This material world is false, and Brahma, the Supreme Spirit, is reality. So their philosophy is to merge into the Supreme Reality and stop this material activity. That is the sum and substance of Shankar's philosophy. Lord Buddha's philosophy also almost the same. He says Nirvan. Nirvan also means extinguish. Just like this flame is there. If you extinguish this flame, it is called Nirvan. So, Buddha's philosophy is also that extinguish this blazing fire of material activities. Stop this. Try to understand your life. Meditate. This is another side. So, Vaishnava philosophy means not only stop this nonsense, but begin actual life. Lord Buddha also wanted to tell the same philosophy. Shankaracharya also wanted to say the same philosophy. But the people who are followers, they had no stamina to understand what is spiritual activities. Therefore he did not say, he stopped. Simply up to Nibbana. Stop this nonsense. But here, Krishna says that stop work means stop working this nonsense work. What is that nonsense work? This material activity. Sense enjoyment. That is nonsense. Why nonsense? Because it is animalistic. The animals are also working for sense gratification. What the animals are doing, the birds and beasts, what they are doing, all day they are searching after some food, and as soon as the belly is fulfilled, sex life, you see the sparrow, the pigeons, or any animal. That means ahara nidra bhayamant, and in the evening they gather together, kichir-michir, and sleep. So sleeping, eating, and sex life, and fearing from the enemy, everyone is afraid. So material activities mean the same thing. You may eat very nice, palatable dishes in the restaurant, but what is that? Eating, that's all. There is no other philosophy. Simply eating philosophy, that's all. You may be satisfied with certain type of dishes, and the pigeon will be satisfied simply by certain grains of peas, that's all. But the pleasure is eating. Similarly, sleeping, when you fall asleep, you do not know whether you are sleeping on a very nice mattress or on the floor. Sometimes you are dreaming that I am sleeping on the forest or on the seashore. You forget everything. So sleeping, eating, sleeping, mating, sex intercourse, the same enjoyment as the pigeon is enjoying, you are also enjoying. And defending They are defending by their wings. You are defending by atomic bomb. So there is no difference of quality of life. So Krishna when says stop work means stop working like animals, but not to stop working like Krishna conscious people are doing. Not to stop chanting Hare Krishna. Stop your animalistic life and begin your spiritual life. That is the purpose. So Arjuna is playing the part of a common man. He is constant companion of Krishna, his friend of Krishna. So there was no possibility of Arjuna's becoming such fool. But he is playing the part of a fool, because if he does not question like that, then how this Bhagavad Gita will come from the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Just like there is a stage play, somebody is speaking, somebody is answering, and the audience is benefiting. Similarly, this is also Krishna's stage play to teach us, and we will accompany him, we will answer him, we will play with him, his most confidential devotee Arjuna. Otherwise we will play with him. He is Supreme Personality of Godhead, and a great devotee like Arjuna can play with him. Just like if there is a very respectable person who will accompany him, somebody similar respectable. So, Arjuna, as a common man, says that sometimes you say that you stop work, and again you say that you work with devotion. Gone.
Blessed Lord said, the renunciation of work and work in devotion are both good for liberation. But of the two, work in devotional service is better than renunciation of work.
Renunciation of work, practically the same meaning. When I say don't do this, but you are active, don't do this, does not mean that you become inert stone. Then the next is, then what shall I do? That is the next question. If I say, my dear boy, don't do this, then next question will be, then what shall I do? Because you cannot stop your doing. It is not possible. You must give me some engagement. Just like it is historical and practical. In Indian history, those who have read Indian history, there was a great Mughal emperor, Shah Jahan. So when Shah Jahan became old, he had 4 sons, Dara, Aurangzeb, Murad, and another, I forget. These are 4 brothers. They intrigued who will be the next emperor. Out of the 4, the second brother was very cunning. He was Aurangzeb. Perhaps you have heard his name. So by intrigue and politics and diplomacy, he killed all other brothers. And at last, he arrested his father, old father. Otherwise, how he can become emperor? And he intrigued to become himself emperor. So, when Shah Jahan was arrested by the order of Aurangzeb, Shah Jahan became mad. Aurangzeb, what you are doing? You are arresting me? You kill me. So, the son said, Aurangzeb, well, I have killed my brothers, but I will not kill my father. but you are arrested. You cannot go out of this fort, Agra fort. So he became mad that I was emperor, I was ordering, and you stop my work, then I shall become mad. Better kill me. Just try to understand. So, similarly, we want to stop these material activities. Just like in your country, there are many parties, they don't want to do anything anymore. Material activities, confused, frustrated. But there is no specific duty for them. That is not good. To stop material activities, that is the defect of void philosophy and impersonal philosophy. To stop this material work is good, but where is the positive engagement? Unless you have got positive engagement, you cannot stop yourself, you become mad. The same word as Bhajans said, that I was emperor, I was acting as the supreme person in the empire, now you are stopping me, then I shall become mad. So, simply stopping material activities, and if there is no spiritual activity, then he will be mad. Just like Aurangzeb, Shahjahan. So there must be some spiritual activities. You cannot stop, just like a child. A child is playing. If you stop his playing, you must give him some engagement immediately, some good engagement. Otherwise, he will become dull and nonsense. He will play havoc. So this is being explained. Go on.
Fruits of activities seeking sense gratification are causes for material bondage. As long as one is engaged in activities aimed at improving the standard of bodily comfort, one is sure to transmigrate to different types of bodies, thereby prolonging the material bondage perpetually.
Yeah. There is a verse in Srimad Bhagavatam, Evang amanak karma basang prajungte avidya atmani upadhiyamane javanna priti mai vasudeve namuchyate deha yogena tavat. We are planning that I shall do this, I shall do that, I shall do that. This is called, mind is always absorbed. How to be the enjoyer of this material world. So long the spirit of enjoying the material world or sense gratification will continue, you have to accept some sort of material body, either as human being or beast or bird or animal or insect or demigod, superior, inferior. There are varieties of bodies. You see in your front, there are so many living entities, 8,400,000 species. So long our mind will be absorbed for sense gratification, the nature will offer me a similar body to enjoy. If I want to be a tiger, nature will give you a nice body, tiger. If you want to become a demigod, nature will supply. Or Krishna will supply. But Krishna does not supply your demands in the material world. The agent is this material nature. By the direction, because Krishna is seated on your heart. If you want I want to be like this, Krishna immediately accepts or like, I shall make you like this. And he orders the material nature, give him facility to become like this. This is going. You can become a very great man or very insignificant man according to your work. That facility will have. But that is bondage. Suppose America is very nice country, very rich country. There are in other countries they are thinking, oh, Americans are living in heaven, they are so happy. And some of them, they are imitating how to become Americans, how to construct skyscraper buildings. So suppose one becomes American. So what benefit does it derive? Does the American not die? Are they permanent in life? No. Do they not take birth? No, yes, they take birth. Do they not become old? Yes, they become old. So what is the benefit of becoming American? The difficulties of material life, birth, death, old age and disease. Either you become in America or on moon planet or sun planet or India or Czechoslovakia or hell or heaven, anywhere. The four principles of material pains or material miseries, birth, death, old age, willful, bondage. That is bondage. I am spirit soul. I am bound of this body. Therefore, I cannot move even to this moon planet. But if I get my spiritual body, immediately within a second I can reach kingdom of God. Spiritual body. Spiritual body is so powerful and so, swift, because it is swifter than the mind. You get this from Bhagavad Gita. Mind is swifter than anything, than the air, than the ether. You are sitting here and you immediately remember 20,000 miles away, your home, immediately go. This is the swiftness of mind. But the soul is still swifter than the mind. So, as soon as you, just like in this 4th chapter you have read, Krishna says, Takta dehang punarjanma naiti mameti kaunteya. Just after giving up this body, immediately he comes to. It is so swift. So, we have to seek after the swiftness of my spiritual body. Immediately I transfer. Why should I become bounded up by this material body? That is our perfection. So we have to work in such a way that no more coming into the bondage of this material body. That work is needed. That is work in devotion. That is work in Krishna consciousness. Wrong.
Srimad Bhagavatam confirms this as follows. People are mad after sense gratification, and they do not know that this present body, which is full of miseries, is the result of one's fruitive activities in the past. Although this body is temporary, it is always giving one trouble in many ways.
This point people do not understand. That body is the subject to all kinds of material tribulations. Just try to understand this simple philosophy. And so long He will be attached to sense gratification. He will be forced to get a body. Unless you are spiritually elevated and try to go to the spiritual kingdom. And this materialistic way of life means sense gratification. So you go on sense gratifying, you will have a certain type of body, and sense gratification will be everywhere. Either you become a dog or cat or man or elephant or tiger, you will have the sex facilities, eating facilities, sleeping facilities, and defending. Vishaya khalu sarvato sa. Visha means these four principles of material enjoyment. You will have everywhere. But Krishna Guru nahi mile bhaja hoya. But you cannot get Krishna and spiritual master. You can have facility for all these bodily pleasures, eating, sleeping, mating and defending, in any life. But Krishna and the spiritual master can be had in this life, in one form. Krishna Guru nahi mile. Janame sab pita mata pa. Very simple. In any birth, you will get a father and mother. Because without father and mother, where there is question of birth. Janame sakale pita mata pa. In every birth, you can get father and mother. Krishna Guru nahi mile bhajo hiya. But you should always remember that Krishna and spiritual master cannot be had in every birth. Therefore, that thing should be sought out. Where is Krishna? Where is spiritual master? That is perfection. এই রূপে ব্রহ্মাণ্ড ভ্রমিতে কোনো ভাগ্যবান. In this way, the living entities are wandering throughout the whole universe in different planets and different species of life. But somehow or other, if he becomes fortunate, then by the mercy of spiritual master and Krishna, he gets the seed of devotional service. And as soon as he gets the seed, if he waters, then it becomes sprouted, gradually grows. What is that water? Savan kirtan jale karaya secham. This is watering. You are hearing, you are chanting. This is means watering the seed of devotional service. So, take this devotional seed of devotional service. Sow in your heart and water it by hearing and chanting. You will see how happy you are becoming day after day. As the plant grows, you become more happy.
Why don't you get hung up on something else?
Ah.
Why don't you hang up on me?
Therefore, to act for sense gratification is not good. One is considered to be a failure in life as long as he makes no inquiry about the nature of work for fruitive results. For as long as one is engrossed in the consciousness of sense gratification, one has to transmigrate from one body to another. Although the mind may be engrossed in fruitive activities and influenced by ignorance, one must develop a love for devotional service to Vasudeva. Only then can one have the opportunity to get out of the bondage of material existence.
Vasudeva means Krishna. As soon as you develop a little love for Krishna, then a different path is open for you. This is fact. Bhaunam janmanamante jnanavan mang prapaddati. This opportunity is there. Anyone can accept it. But it is our misfortune that we do not accept it. That The path is very simple. Anyone can accept it. Sarvadhamman parittajya mamekam saranam bhaja. So it is our duty to explain that this is the real path. Now it is up to the people to accept it or not. Right.
Therefore, in our knowledge that one is not this material body, but spirit soul, is not sufficient for liberation. One has to act in the status of spirit soul. Otherwise there is no escape from material bondage. Actually, Krishna consciousness is not, however, action on the fruitive platform.
It is said, the impersonalist philosopher, they are stating that you just realize yourself, what you are. So, by meditation, by many other mystic process, one understands that actually I am not this body. I am spirit soul, aham brahmasmi, I am Brahma. But the thing is, that simply to understand that I am Brahma, that is not life. Just like simply if you think I am American, will that improve your situation? Oh, you have to act like American. You have to serve your country. You have to take all the opportunities the American government is offering you. Then your life will settle. If you simply become meditating, I am American, I am American, what is benefit is yours? Simply thinking I am Brahma, that is very nice. But you take the advantage of becoming Brahma. So that is our work with devotion. When you take the advantage of becoming Brahma, it is very simple, try to understand. You are also American and President Nixon is also American. There is no quarrel. But your position and President Nixon's position is different. Why? Because he has taken all the opportunities of becoming American by serving the country.
Maybe you should be drinking Nestle's decaf instant coffee.
Similarly, you take all the opportunities of becoming Brahma, then you will benefit. Simply thinking I am Brahma, that is nice, but what benefit you derive? It is very practical. It is not difficult to understand. So simply nirvana, simply to make the material activities void, that is not life. That is the beginning of a fresh life, provided you take advantage. Just like I have got immigration permanent residential permit. Now if I take the advantages offered by the American government, then I can become also one of you. But if I am simply satisfied, no, I have got this permit, that's all. So simply understanding that I am Brahma is not very happy. You have to act like Brahma. Your activities must be like Brahma, and that is work with devotion.
Activities performed in knowledge strengthen one's advancement in knowledge. Without Krishna consciousness, mere renunciation of fruitive activities does not actually purify the heart of a conditioned soul. As long as the heart is not purified, one has to work on the fruitive platform. But action in Krishna consciousness automatically helps one escape the result of fruitive action, so that one need not descend to the material platform.
If you apply yourself in Krishna consciousness activities, the nonsense activities automatically stop. None. Because you can act in one way. So if you work in Krishna consciousness, then your working in material consciousness will automatically stop. But if you simply try to stop material activities, if you have no engagement in spiritual activities, then you will have to come back again to the material. But you cannot stop. You are active. You are living force. It is impossible to stop. Just try to stop even an ant. It is going in certain direction, try to stop it, or it will protest. Many times it will struggle. Oh, I shall go this way. Why you are stopping? You are stopping. This is a child. A child wants to take something. You try to stop it, or she will cry. I must have it. This is the symptom of life. How we can make a stop doing anything? It is not possible. You have to engage yourself in better activities. That is Krishna.
Therefore, action in Krishna consciousness is always superior to renunciation, which entails a risk of falling. Renunciation without Krishna consciousness is incomplete, as is confirmed by Srila Rupa Goswami in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. To achieve liberation, renunciation of things which are related to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, though they are material, is called incomplete renunciation. Renunciation is complete when it is in the knowledge that everything in existence belongs to the Lord.
This verse from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is very nice. Rupa Goswami says, प्रापंचिकतया बुद्ध्या हरि संबंधिना वस्तुना मुमुक्षु परित्यागो फल्गु वैराग्यम कथ्यते. Just like the impersonalist philosopher, they are saying, well, this is material. I have no connection with this material thing. Prapanchik means material. So they are renouncing. But the Vaishnava philosophy is that why should be renounced? It can be utilized for Krishna. Just like this tape recorder, this microphone is a material advantage. This tape recorder or microphone was discovered or manufactured not for utilizing for lecturing Krishna consciousness. That is a fact. They manufactured it, the inventor, for some material purpose. But we are taking advantage of this. Although it was manufactured for serving some material purpose, but we are utilizing it for spreading Krishna consciousness. So that is the direction of the Goswamis. That nothing should be renounced, thinking it is material. Try to find out how it can be spiritually utilized. That is the technique. Everything we can utilize for Krishna consciousness, but not for sense gratification. So this is the way. Go on.
One should understand that factually nothing belongs to anyone. Then where is the question of renunciation?
Yes. What you can renounce? What you have got? This is knowledge. What you have got? You haven't got anything. Everything belongs to God. Even if your body, this body is not yours. It is given to you because You wanted to enjoy something materially, so God has given you a particular type of body to enjoy that.
He kept saying things.
Actually, the body is not manufactured by you or given by your production.
Got you some help,
You cannot produce a body in the factory.
but as we all know, it never came.
You can produce a huge airplane, but you cannot produce even the body of an ant.
And Allied success in Vietnam.
That is not possible.
Coming up.
Therefore, even your body is not yours. So what you can renounce? What is the meaning of renounce? Man. Suppose you are sitting here. You are invited to sit here and hear our lecture. And if while going away, if you say, all right, I renounce this room to you. What is the meaning? When you possess this room, that you are renouncing. So there is no question of renouncing. The real knowledge is to see that everything belongs to God, it should be utilized for God. That is renunciation. Nothing should be utilized for my sense gratification. That is renounce. I renounce the attitude of my sense gratification. That is renounce. And that is my real position. Suppose somebody wants to utilize this room. We are dancing, somebody comes. All right, we shall utilize it for ball dancing. Please let us dance. There will be trouble. We will say, no, we cannot allow you for ball dance. Similarly, this temple should be utilized for the purpose for which it is established. Similarly, God is supreme. He has created you for His enjoyment. Just like a father takes the responsibility of the family. A man marries and takes the responsibility of wife, children, family, household, car. Why so much responsibility? He could have lived alone and without spending a farthing. But he has taken so much expenditure on his responsibility. Why? For his enjoyment. If the wife is nice, if the children are obedient, then he feels happy. Oh, I've got good wife, I've got nice children, let me work for them. And at the time of death he leaves huge property, happy. Similarly, if God has created, it is for His enjoyment. So you try to enhance His enjoyment. Don't try to enjoy yourself. That is devotion. That is your natural position for which you are meant. This finger is there to pick up some nice cake and put it in here. That is its duty. If the finger thinks, why shall I put it here? Let me enjoy it. It cannot enjoy. Similarly, you are created for God's enjoyment, not for your enjoyment. Try to understand. This is Krishna consciousness. Then your position is natural. You are happy. As the finger is happy by putting the cake within the mouth, similarly, simply by serving Krishna, you will be happy. This is Krishna consciousness. That is the real process of becoming happy. Don't try to become happy otherwise. Then you will be frustrated. You will be confused.
More on this in a moment.
Simple process. Go on.
He knows that everything is Krishna's property, is always situated in renunciation. Since everything belongs to Krishna, everything should be employed in the service of Krishna. This perfect form of action in Krishna consciousness is far better than any amount of artificial renunciation.
Yes. Artificialness. What you can renounce, what you have got. Therefore, any kind of renunciation is simply artificial or false.
That's amazing.
You cannot renounce anything. After all, you have got this body. So this body is also given by God. So what you have got to renounce? But this is a real understanding. The I cannot renounce because there is nothing which is belonging to me. Everything belongs to God. Therefore, it should be utilized for God, for Krishna. That is Krishna. That's all. Thank you.